I welcome you all in CAD laboratory class. So in this lecture, you will learn about the planning of staircase. Because to draw the building drawing, the staircase, planning of staircase is very important. So you have to plan the staircase and then you proceed for developing the floor plan, then uh, front elevation, sectional elevation. So the staircase planning, initially you have to do the plan of staircase. You have to make the plan of staircase. So now you know that in building, the staircase is an important component of a building, and it is basically used to go from one floor to another floor. It means that it provides access to different floor and roof of the building. Now the staircase consists of flight, then steps. Steps are made on the flight, over flight, and one or more intermediate slab between the floor level. So generally, you know that in building, generally the dog-legged type of stairs are commonly used, and here the one intermediate slabs are used, which is which is placed at the middle of the floor, whereas in open air stair, so here the more than one intermediate slabs are used. Now the staircase has different type. You know that in building the different type of staircases are used. And the staircase are basically uh, classified based on geometrical configuration. So this one is single flight staircase, because this type of staircase has one flight, and you see that the steps are raised on flight. Step is supported on flight, and again this flight meet to the landing. This one is the landing portion, and the step has two part. You know that this is a step has two part. One is a vertical portion of the step, which is called riser and denoted by R, and the tread portion, the horizontal portion of the step, is called tread, where basically foot rest. This portion has name, that is a tread. Now you see that this is a plan view. Plan view is drawn. So if I draw the projection on horizontal plane, then what happened? So this line comes on plan. Okay, so this is a riser comes, then tread, again this riser comes, and this direction is the upward direction. This is a plan view, and this one is sectional view. Okay, the sectional view is drawn, and the plan view is drawn on horizontal plane, whereas the sectional view is drawn on vertical plane. The projection drawn on vertical plane. Now this is a two flight staircase, because the staircase has two flight. This is a one flight, this is another flight, and because of its appearance, such type of staircase is called dog-legged staircase. And this type of staircase is commonly used in residential building, which has the two flight, and you see that the landing portion is a landing, and which is placed at the middle of the floor. Generally it is placed at the middle of the floor. Now this is a plan view, the first flight and the second flight. So again the sectional sectional elevation is drawn. See, the sectional elevation is drawn. So we are considering a section, and along that line the staircase cut along that line, and the projection is drawn on vertical plane. So the view comes, so vertical view comes, so this is called sectional elevation. This is not a elevation, actually it is a sectional elevation, because taking the section the elevation is drawn. So basically by sectional, you know that in sectional elevation we understand the what is the basically the purpose of the sectional elevation is we understand the details of the staircase, then the floor height, then the position of the landing, and the step size, okay, and the detail means the hand railing. This is called hand railing. So the all things we get from the sectional elevation. Now the plan view drawn, you see that this plan view you have drawn. This is a riser, this line, and one thing you note that again the plan view is drawn from some reference plane. So this is the reference plane. So if I take this reference plane, and if you look from top, okay, if you see from top, if you looking down, then what happen? So these things are comes on plan, that is a solid line comes, and above this reference line, this line comes dotted line. Okay, this line comes dotted line because the above reference, this plane we have considered, and above reference plane this portion comes on dotted line. Okay, on plan this portion comes on dotted line, whereas the below reference line the portion comes solid line. Okay, that's why the solid line comes, and here the dotted line. Actually here the solid line gives it gives a solid line, but it is not correct. If I consider the plan view, take that plan view, then the above reference plane, the portion appear as a dotted line. Portion represent as a dotted line, whereas below reference line the portion represent as a solid line. So here you see that first flight and then second flight, first flight and second flight, and the plane considered here. Again here the sectional elevation drawn, again this plane is considered, and cut the staircase along that line, and the vertical and the projection drawn on vertical plane. Similarly along that line, along this reference line plane, again it cut, the staircase cut, and the projection is drawn on horizontal plane, and we get plan of the staircase. Now here the dog-legged staircase is one of the simplest form of stairs, in which a flight of stairs goes up to a half step before turning 180 degree. You see that this is a upward direction, you are going up, then you turn 180 degree, then you go up, and finally you reach to the floor level. So this is here the landing portion present, which remain at the middle of the floor. So after reaching the landing, then you turn 180 degree, and again you go up and reach the floor. So you see that 180 and continuing upward. It is also called dog-legged staircase because of its appearance. So because of its appearance, a staircase has a name, that is dog-legged staircase in sectional elevation. So another type of stair which is basically used at the rear of building to give access for servicing at various floors, and and this is a plan view. So you see that exactly the circle, we are getting the circle, and this is called naval post. Naval post. So from naval post, all the steps are attached with naval post. Is the whatever load is acting, is the weight of steps and the person load, is the occupant person load transferred to the naval post, and naval post transfer the load to the footing, and the footing transfer load to the soil. So this naval post is embedded into the ground, where the footing is where the footing is constructed, and load is transferred through from nail post to footing, then footing to soil. So all the steps, you see that the steps are radiated outward from the nail post, and this is a plan view is drawn. So this one is a nail post, and from the nail post all the steps are radiated outward. Okay, and the steps are made by the stone, cast iron, RCC. So you see that these stairs are generally provided at the rear of building to give access for servicing at various floors. All the steps radiated from the naval post. So this one is a naval post in the form of windows. These stairs can be constructed in stone, cast iron, or RCC. So this is a plan view, and so you see that here this dotted line means this hand railing. Hand railing is the hand railing comes on plan, and it is not visible. So that's why, although this element present, so that's why on plan it comes as a dotted line. Okay, you see that as a dotted line, because if you when you take the when the plan view is drawn, so suppose from that reference plane we are looking from the top of the naval post, we are looking from top, looking down, then the plan view comes. So this will not come, although it is present. So that's why this one is represented as a dotted line. Okay, this handrail. Again, this side rail also comes on plan. Step also come. So this is a boundary line of step. So basically you understand the drawing, how the plan view is drawn, and how and what is the elevation. So why this portion represented as a dotted line. Okay, and this one is a naval post. Okay, so this is the outer circle, then this one is the inner circle, which comes from plan. Another type of stair, so in modern building such type of staircases are used, and you see that this is a flight used, then it is yeah, so you can after reaching the landing you can go in left direction or right direction. So another two flights are introduced at the landing. So these stairs are so arranged that there is a wide flight at the start. So wide flight, it gives a, so the first flight is the wide flight at the start, the starting portion the wide flight gives, then it's subdivided into narrow flight, which is subdivided into narrow flight. So after landing, so when the first flight end, after it is subdivided in two narrow flight. This is one flight, this is another flight. From either side of the mid landing, so this is a landing. Generally, these stairs are more suitable for modern public building, and actually this type of stair, the architectural appearance is good, so that's why this type of stair is preferred in modern public building because of its architectural demand. Now another type of stair, open naval stair. Open naval stair, open well stair. So, so this type of stair has more than one intermediate slab. So you know that in bifurcated staircase as well as dogleg staircase, only the one intermediate slabs are used. Is the one landing slab are used, which is placed at the middle of the floor. But whereas in open naval stair, open well stair, more than one intermediate slabs are used, because the generally that what steps we are giving, so these steps are not arranged in two flight. Okay, to reach the floor, what steps we are giving, how many, suppose the 25 number steps I have given. Now these steps are not arranged in a two flight, so that's why another flight is introduced and accommodate steps in flight. Okay, so and this is the open well, because here the space are provided between the forward flight and backward flight, so that's why this stair called open well stair. This type of stair consists of two or more flight arranging a well or opening between the backward and forward flights. So you see that these stairs consist of two or more flight. So this is the one flight, this is the another flight, this is the again another flight. So three flights are used, and a well or opening between the backward and forward flight. So this is a backward flight, this is a forward flight. So the opening space, the space comes, space has remained between the backward and forward flight. And when the open naval stairs are used, when all the steps are difficult to arrange in two flight. Okay, so that's what that time the third flight is introduced with a 3 to 5 steps may be provided along the direction perpendicular to the hall. Okay, and now this space are here the lift are installed. Okay, lift are basically provided in this space. So you see that we are using the lift as well as stair. So both stair and lift are used simultaneously. So when the so in generally in G+4 building or G+5 building, so this type of stairs are preferred because we are getting a space between the flight, and in this space the lifts are used, lifts are installed. So we are using stair and lift, both are simultaneously. Okay, you may use stair or you may use lift to go up to go upper floor. Another type of stair without intermediate flight. So here the no intermediate flights are no flight are used, so no intermediate flight. So here only the forward flight and the backward flight. So this portion is landing. Again the space are left between forward and backward flight, Again, these space are utilized, and here the lifts are installed. So actually these space are used for lift. Okay, so such type of staircase are basically used in G+4 building or public building. The such type of staircase are used, open well staircase. So where the middle space, the space are between the stair, the space are utilized, and the lift are installed. Uh, the space left between forward and backward flight. So for the planning of staircase, so different uh, terminology you must know that the terminology used in staircase, that is a straight. So that I already discussed, I already told. The horizontal top portion of steps where foot rest is known as straight. So it means that this portion is called straight. And the riser, the vertical portion of the step is called riser. The flight, the inclined portion is called flight, run of stair between the landing, run of stairs of steps between the landing. And what is landing? The landing where the horizontal portion of the slab, this is a horizontal portion of the slab where flight meet. So this portion is called landing. This portion, the inclined portion of the stair, is called flight. The horizontal portion of the stair is called landing. And the step has two components. Step has two parts. The vertical portion is called riser, and which is denoted by R, and the horizontal portion of the step is called tread, and again it is denoted by T. So to make the floor plan and to make the building drawing, the staircase planning is very important. So first you make the plan of staircase. So how you plan the staircase? So you follow few guidelines to make the plan of staircase. You now know that two type of buildings are used. One is domestic or residential, and another is you know that two type of buildings are considered. One is domestic or residential building. Is the such type of building are used for residential purpose. Another type of building is public building. So this type of building are used for public building, for public purpose. Means the example of public buildings are school, college, hospital. So such buildings are called public building. Now the range of riser. So this type of the range you follow for the planning of staircase, and you see that the range of riser in domestic building, the ranges start from 160 to 170 mm. The riser range is 160 to 170, whereas in public building the range is 140 to 150. So you just note that in public building the lesser risers are used to make comfortable, because the public building may be overcrowded. So that's why the lesser risers are used to make comfortable. And the standard riser means the such type of risers are commonly frequently used in residential building, that is 160 and 165. Whereas in public 145 and 150. 150 is most common. And again the range of trade range of trade again this it start from 250. The trade dimension 250, starting from 250, and the maximum 280 you can give. And in public building the 300 start from 300 to 350. So one thing you note, that in public building the trade width is more than residential building, again to make comfortable, because in public building may be overcrowded, so that's why more trade width is considered. And whereas the standard trade width for public building is how much? 300, and the standard trade dimension of domestic building is 250, 260, 265 and 270. Now the width of staircase. Width of staircase or flight, you see that this is a dog-legged stair. So as I have said that in residential building or public building the dog-legged stairs are commonly used. So this is a shape of dog-legged stair. So this is a flight, and if I draw the plan view, this is a landing portion. So this is called width of flight. Width of flight. Okay, the width of flight for residential building is how much? 1 meter, whereas in public building the width is 1.5 meter. Now the width of landing. Now the width of landing is how much? That should not be less than width of stair. Width of stair means width of flight. The what width we consider for landing, that should not be less than width of flight. So it means, say for residential building, width of landing is 1 meter, width of landing is 1 meter. So residential building width of flight we consider 1, so it should not be less than 1 meter. So it means either 1 or more than 1. So these guidelines you have to follow for planning of staircase, to make the plan, to develop the plan of staircase. So you follow these guidelines. Now the one example I have given, the example of geometric planning of staircase following above guidelines. What guidelines I have mentioned in previous slide. So using those guidelines you make the plan of staircase. Now for the planning of staircase you need floor height. Floor height is given 3.1 meter, and the staircase, the size of the staircase means the width, length and width. So width is given 2.1 meter. Now the length of staircase room is 4.45 meter is given. So now let us use, first we consider the riser dimension. The riser is, we consider, as it is residential building, so we consider the riser, standard riser, that is 160 mm, and trade is 250 we consider. This is also standard. Now the number of riser required. So you see that floor height is 3.1 meter. So how many steps you have to provide? So that is how many how many steps? That is floor height divided by height of riser. So height of riser is 160. So how many comes? 19.375 numbers comes. So you cannot provide 19.375. So that's why we provide 20 numbers steps. And in dog-legged stair, how many flights are used? This is a 2 flight. So it means that in each flight we are giving the 10 steps, 10 riser. We are giving the 10 risers in each flight. So let us provide 10 risers in each flight. So number of tread in each flight are how much? That is, if the riser is 10, then so you can see on plan, that is a tread is less than, the tread is number of riser minus 1. So if 10 risers comes, then tread is how much? How many? That is a 9 number. So always one lesser. So one always subtract from the 10 riser, and we get the number of tread. So hence length of flight on projected plan is how much? So tread width is 250. So length of flight, so the horizontal length of flight is how much? 9 into 250. So it gives 2250 mm. Now the remaining distance means the length of stair is 4.45 meter. So the 4.45 and the length of flight you subtract from 4.45, and this distance is divided equally in land portion. So width of landing slab is how much? Width of landing slab is 4450. That is the length of stair room. Length of stair room minus length of flight divided by 2. So the width of landing is how much? 1100 mm. Now width of flight is how much? Width of flight is you see that width of stair room is 2.1 meter. Again, the flight with equal flight width we provide. So 2.1 meter divided by 2. So we get 1050 mm. Now this note you consider, that this note you remember. You see that the problem comes if you provide 20 numbers riser of 160 mm. So riser height is how much? That is 160 mm we consider. Then height become how much? 3200, whereas the floor height is 3.1 meter. So it means what? It means the steps we provide, what risers we provide, that is more than floor height. Okay, which is more than floor height. So it should not be happened. So how we solve this problem? Okay, what is the solution? Now from the side point of view or in field, keeping 160 mm riser, you tell to the worker that 100 mm extra height comes. So 3.2 minus 3.1, so how much extra comes? That is 100 mm. Now you adjust, anyhow you adjust, so they will adjust it. Okay, so you cannot, so that they will adjust it. So 50 mm they have managed in each flight. So you know that in practically the steps are not uniform, although we plan it is a uniform, but it is not uniform. So always the difference always remain. So the different risers are have used, but we cannot feel this height. We cannot feel this height because of 5 mm. We cannot feel 5 mm if the 5 mm difference comes, 5 mm or 10 mm difference comes in each step. So we cannot feel it. So they will adjust it. So you just leave it to the worker, to the labor. So they will adjust it. So there is no problem. So you have to tell that the riser is 160 mm. We are using the riser 160 mm, and the trade width is 250, and the how much extra comes or how much less comes. So that you tell. So that you adjust. Okay, they will adjust it. It may be extra or it may be lesser value, lesser comes. Okay, so that you have to tell. Or you may use exactly 150 mm riser. You see that this staircase plan of the dogleg type of staircase, typical staircase, I have developed in AutoCAD. So you see that this is a sectional elevations is drawn, as I have mentioned. I already discussed. So this is a plan view, and this is a sectional elevation. So you see that this line we have considered. So this is a stair room. Now to draw the sectional elevation, you have to consider a section. So section, we consider the XX section. So along this line we cut the stair room, and the projection is drawn on vertical plane. Okay, the elevation is the vertical view. Okay, so the projection is drawn on vertical plane, and the sectional elevation comes. Again, the plan view, how the plan view comes. So again, the plan view we considered at the middle of the landing. So again, this section we have considered, and this is a reference horizontal plane. So from this horizontal plane we so you look down. Okay, you see from top. So then what you see? So this line appeared on plan as a solid line. So this is a upward direction. So this line comes as a dotted as a solid line because this is below reference line. So it is, this line is visible. Now the above reference plane, so these are not visible. So that's why on plan it comes as a dotted line. Okay, although this portion remain, but it will not come on plan. Okay, below reference line and above reference line. Okay, the above portion, above the reference plane, the portion, if I take the projection on horizontal plane, then the above reference plane, this line come as a dotted line. And you know that the trade, number of trade, here the how many risers are used? 10 risers. So you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So whereas how many trade? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you see that always the trade is the number of riser minus 1. Okay. So on plan always the trade minus 1. I mean the number of riser minus 1. So that's why the trade is 9, whereas riser is 10. And the width of landing given. Width of landing, basically the purpose of sectional elevation I have discussed, that by sectional elevation we understand the details of the staircase. So this is the width of landing. Width of landing is 1.1 meter. Now, as per the guideline, the width of landing should not be less than width of flight. So width of flight is 1050. So whereas width of landing is how much? 1100. And this is the length of flight. Length of flight is 9 into 250, which is equal to 2250 mm. Again, the in AutoCAD. So these drawings I have prepared in AutoCAD. Plan of dog-legged staircase and the sectional elevation drawn. So this is a brick wall. So this symbol is a brick symbol. The wall is made by brick, and you see the turning 180-degree turn after reaching the landing. The turning is 180-degree turn. Again we go up and finally we reach to the floor. The floor height given 3.10 meter. Now the few important observations regarding planning of staircase. So that you must note. You know that so this is very important, because when we plan the staircases, so this point you have to remember to plan the stair, what problem comes and how you solve it, and according to the real situation, according to the limitation, we adjust the staircase accordingly. So we have to plan the staircase accordingly as per the demand, as per the practical point of view. So this first point is, if you increase the height of riser, then what happen? Then length of flight is decreased, but the comfortness is reduced. Suppose in residential building, if I increase the height, if I use 190 mm, okay, whereas how much given for riser? Residential building, it is standard 160. If I use 190, then what happen? Then comfortness is reduced. So it means the you feel difficult to go up. So but the comfortness is reduced. So if I use 180 mm, then you see stair room size become less, and the benefit is the stair room size is less, okay, because the length of flight is reduced. So length of flight is reduced. So what happened? Then the stair room size is less. So stair room size is less means the less space required for making the stair room. So you can utilize the space or you can save the space, but the comfortness is reduced. So you have to adjust accordingly, and so both you have to remember is the comfortness also maintained, and also the less space also required. Okay. Another, if you decrease the height of riser, then what happens? Then length of flight is increased. But you can comfortably use the stair. Suppose you know that in public building the less riser is used, because the public building may be overcrowded. So you know that rushes are going on, rushes are coming. So to avoid the accident and also to make it comfortable, the less risers are used. But the what problem is, if I use less riser, then what happens? The size of the stair room become large. Length of flight is large, so automatically the size of the stair room also large. So these points you have to remember when you plan the staircases. So the one assignment I have given already. The one assignment I had given in the previous lecture, and that you have to submit. That you have submitted. one dog-legged stair of residential building having staircase, size given, stair room size given, floor height given 3.1 meter. Now you design staircase using 160 mm riser and 170 mm riser separately. Okay, using the 160 mm riser you plan the staircase, and again you considering 170 mm riser, again you plan the staircase separately. Write observation and give remarks. Okay, you write the observation. So what observations you have noted, so that you observation you write down, and also you put your remarks, your own remarks, and show the layout and sectional elevation of staircase using the AutoCAD. So through AutoCAD you develop plan and elevation of staircase. Again, the following tasks are given to batch one students that you develop in AutoCAD for 2-story residential building. Draw ground floor plan. Ground floor plan, you have to draw the ground floor, that I have discussed in previous lecture. What is first plan and how the plan has to be drawn, what is the purpose of the floor plan, why floor plan are needed. Okay, that I already explained. Draw front elevation. Okay, that is a vertical plane view. Okay, and the sectional elevation, again the sectional elevation has to be drawn through stair. Okay, because the sectional elevation always considered through stair. So by sectional elevation we understand the details of the staircase, whereas the in front elevation we understand the shape of the building and the architectural view of the building, the floor height, then the door height, the patterns, the arrangement of the doors, windows, and shape of the door windows, that we understand by the front elevation. The first floor plan also I have discussed. Ground floor plan also you develop, and you achieve any relevant dimension if necessary. Okay, if the dimensions are not understood in what plan I have given, so if it is not understood, then you search in Google and choose the appropriate dimension and develop the drawings, ground floor plan, first floor plan, front elevation and sectional elevation. If the data are not given, or if the data if you are not able to understand the data, if you do not read the data, then you take the suitable data and draw accordingly. That you have to positively submit at the end of February, that you have to submit. So this is a sectional elevation that I have given, the ground floor plan, front elevation. So you take the scale 1:100, 1:100, 1:100, 1:100. So this architectural component means this is a bedroom, and this is a position of the bed. So, and this is a dining space, and here the dining tables are placed. So if you develop it, then there will be no problem. Okay, if you make it, then there will be no, if you draw it, then there will be no problem. If it is not drawn, then simply you leave it. Okay, the position of the bed and position of the dining table you may show or may not show. ओके, तुम शो भी कर सकते हो और नहीं भी कर सकते हो, वो तुम्हारा मर्जी है. बेडरूम एंड ये जो तुम्हारा डाइनिंग रूम्स है, ये सब तुम शो कर सकते हो, नहीं भी कर सकते हो, नो प्रॉब्लम. बट लेकिन तुम्हारा जो मेन जो प्लान व्यू है, दैट यू हैव टू ड्रॉ. ओके, दिस आर्किटेक्चरल कंपोनेंट्स थिंग्स यू मे ड्रॉ और यू मे नॉट ड्रॉ. ओके, तुम ड्रॉ कर सकते हो, नहीं भी कर सकते हो, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ये सब जो डिजाइन है, एक तुम कर सकते हो, नहीं भी कर सकते हो. द पैटर्न ऑफ द windows door shape of the doors windows. तो ये तुम ड्रा कर सकते हो, नहीं भी कर सकते हो, ठीक है. Now you see the ground floor plan. Again this portion comes, so this is a dining table. Okay, you may draw, you may not draw, so it is your choice, but the main plan you have to draw. So all the dimensions are given, the window size things are given, so that if it is not, if you are not able to understand, then you ask me. And or you may use the suitable data. Okay, so, but all things are given, so you just follow the drawings and develop in AutoCAD. This is a front elevation. So this design जो है, जो railings है, ठीक है, तो ये सब तुम कर सकते हो, नहीं भी कर सकते हो, it's your choice. और नया कुछ डिज़ाइन भी तुम ऐड कर सकते हो. Okay, okay, new design you may add, but you have to develop this thing. Okay, the shape of the windows, that you may different pattern of the window you may use. Okay, different shape of the window you may use. There is no problem. So design is made as per your so according you design self. So what the different the architectural element has given, so that you design self. तो अच्छा भी कर तुम, लेकिन तुम्हारा जो डोर विंडोज है वो सब तुमको दिखाना है. Similarly the sectional elevations comes, so again the all things are given. Okay, handrail, so these designs given here, shown here, so that you do with the, if it is possible, then you develop, or otherwise you leave it. Okay, there is no design, no need of design, but if you make it, then you show. इसका जरूरत so, and here the door and window schedules are given. So door dimensions and window dimensions are given. So door 1 size given, window dimension given, 1.2 meter is the height, width, and 1.5 meter is the height. Again the 1.5 meter is the height and 1 meter is the width. Then the stair window, okay, SW means the stair window, D3 is the 800 into 2.1 meter, the door height is 2.1 meter and width is 800 mm, and you see that door width is 900 and D1 door width is 1 meter and height is 2.1 meter. And baranda size 450 width and 600 is the height. I mean the length and width. So this design depend upon you. तो तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो डिजाइन, कुछ भी बेटर भी कर सकते हो, नो प्रॉब्लम. So here I end my lectures. If you have any doubt, any kind of queries, you can ask me. So mobile number I have given to, mobile number is known to you, or you ask to the seer, so they will give you he will give you mobile number, and you ask me over phone or in WhatsApp or in email. Okay, you chat with me if you have any doubt or any kind of queries, okay, you ask me. Okay, thank you. So here I end my lectures, and in next class I shall discuss, you have to as per the syllabus, the building drawing projects that you have to write. Okay, that I will discuss in next class. So this is the last class, I mean the final class. तो तुम ये सब सबमिट करोगे एट द एंड ऑफ February, you have to submit it. Thank you.